Now add in 2 frames of invisible anticipation. Again, we feel it rather than see it. Here's a guy catching a ball. We'll break the joint and anticipate the throw. The joint breaks in the opposite direction and throws. See it in action. Works well. But now, we'll add an anticipate forward for 2 frames. And continue with the normal anticipation. Gives it extra snap. Conclusion. We anticipate an action, we do it, we show the result. When I was young, I saw this great French artist, Marcel Marceau. Just like the silent movie stars, he was a master of anticipation. He always said, use big anticipation.
You ever seen Marcel Marceau do Old Age, Maturity, and Death? That dates me. When he was young, well, he's great now, but he was unbelievable. And you have this old guy come running out, Pierre Ité, I think his name was. He was an old French mime. And he'd hold up this sign of what Marceau was going to do. And the sign would say, old age, maturity, and death. So there's your setup, right? He runs off, and Marceau is on the ground like this, and there's your anticipation. He just doesn't do anything. He's in his white mime suit. And there's the anticipation. What's he going to do? And he gets born. Somehow he becomes a baby and is born, and then like walking on a trolley, he makes baby steps, and then he turns into a boy before your very eyes, and I can't do it, you know, and he turns into a young man, and then he turns into a more mature man, and then he gets middle-aged, and he's walking all the time towards you. Middle age, and then he becomes older, and then he starts getting decrepit, and he just shrivels up in front of you, and he's still walking, and he just goes back into a thing and dies. And it's the most, I mean, it's an unbelievable thing. And the death is the result, isn't it? And you've seen life. You know? So the great thing is that they have the sign up there, which acts as the setup, isn't it? And then you're anticipating what he's going to do. The sign makes you also anticipate.
Now we come to accents. Accents are where you emphasize an action and give it the right amount of impact. Getting good head, body, and hand accents was the hardest thing for me to learn.
Accents. And I think accents, there are 2 kinds. Hard accents and soft accents. This was the hardest thing for me to learn. And when I finally got it right, that's when Ken graduated me as an animator. The hard accent is this. Look, bang, bang, bang. Go and never darken my door again. A soft accent is maybe you should go. Maybe you should never darken my door again. It's softer. Maybe you should darken my door again. No. You see? You can come here as much as you like, but I don't want you messing with my wife. Right? So 2 soft accents and a hard one. So it's getting the difference, getting those things right. I think we should run this. I've got a couple of, it's a very bad print. But it's this sequence, and I have to listen to me tell the story again about Ken Harris and my accents. And there's a clip of this zigzag with the cards, which I worked on a lot. And Ken, I didn't have my accents right. And what it is he says something like, I have power over people. And he's doing that vibrate. He's doing a side-to-side vibrate applied to a hypnotist thing. One set of drawings there and another. I have power over people, though they may appear complex. And we had all kinds of effects in the end, gleaming eyes and everything. For me, they fall like playing cards, and he's spreading out these cards, and I control the decks, and then it all goes to pieces. He's in front of this sort of monstrous king, and he has to catch the cards. And as he's doing it, he's going, ho, 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 cat, ho, 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 ho. And he's doing all these accents. And I had the scene done, and Ken would look at it and say, I'm not very good on the accents. So I'll show you how to do, finally, we got to do the accents. What to look for is that head accents are always, nearly always, up. Go! And never darken my door. And I've had enough of this. You know, Hollywood. The heads go up, usually, and you say, I don't know if I can take this nonsense. It doesn't, it's usually, I don't know if I, it's usually up, the head accents. And an accent to read must have a minimum of 6 frames. Either it's a hold, I can't hold, it wobbles. Very hard to stop a thing. Anyway, if it's a hold, it should be a minimum of 6 frames to read the hold. So if we're going 1, 2, 3, you know, dot, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 frames in a second, 1, 2, 3, 4. You gotta have 6 frames at least to read those hits, right? 6 into 24. 4 into 24 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 frames each. So that's what I had to do with these cards. He had to grab the card and pull it back, which would be a rebound, which is a hard accent, and the head would go up, and then I had soft accents, hard accent, and you'll see. And everything's working independent of everything else.
I have power over people, though they may appear complex. For me, they fall like playing cards, and I control the decks. Ha! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Ha! Hee! Ha! Ha! Hee!
This is jumping ahead to dialogue, but I always regret that I always have to hit the accent a little harder than, in this case, going further. I always regret if I haven't hit it hard enough. And if you notice with most animated stuff, the character doesn't look like it's speaking if it isn't hitting those accents, even if they're subtle. You want to hit the bad animators, of which there are minions, they're saying a thing that's accented, like I'm saying, this is accented, and the head isn't accenting it. The head is saying, this is accented, and it doesn't work. You need to hit those accents hard and cushion out of them, or rebound out of them, or freeze them, or however you do it. It's tricky, but the system is very simple. Let's do a hard accent, bounce back. There's a rebound. They rebound. So here's our timing. This is a finger. Number 1. And the That'll be number 6. Let's put it out here, number 6.
Hard accents bounce back. Here the hand flashes out to number 6 and bounces back to number 10.
Boom. He grabs a card and doesn't stop. He grabs a card and pulls it back. Bump. Hard accent. Bump. Hitting a thing with a hammer. Bump. Bump. If you hit an anvil with a hammer, dunk. You have the sound not on the hit, the frame after. You read it. Dunk. That's a hard accent. They rebound. Dunk. Dunk. Dunk.
We read the accent on the rebound.
If I try to stop it, so I hold on drawing 6, I can't. At least I'll try. Watch. I'm getting a wobble, which would be a very nice side-to-side wobble, reducing down as the palsy stops. Okay, wobble, wobble. You could do that. If you try to stop it dead, but it's going to be more effective to rebound and vibrate slightly. Rebound, look at that one. Rebound and vibrate. Rebound and vibrate.
Here's a hard accent with finger wobble on the rebound.
Then the soft accent is very similar, except it keeps going. Soft accents continue. So, same drawing for number 1. Drawing number 6 is going to be about a minute. Let's do it here. Continue here. To 10. And the chart will be exactly the same. 6. Whoa. 6, 10. Actually, to make it softer, I'm going to put 5 a little closer to it. That one in the middle. 4, 3, 2, 7, 8, 9.
Soft accents don't bounce back. They keep on going. Here's the same thing with extra in-betweens at each end.
So it's like a conductor, orchestral, there's soft accents. Doing a waltz, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. He's going down and it's continuing. You play the note there. And it continues. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3. Okay? And that's all there is, except that you must have at least 6 frames. I mean, golly, this should be for a hard head. Go, I never doctored my... You know, I held a lot longer. I'm sure it's 12 or something, or 16 frames, you know, what he's doing like this. You 6 frames is your minimum. Absolute minimum. To read an accent.
How many frames? We need 6 frames to read each of these hand positions. Let's see if fewer frames works. Here's a cartoon mouse. What happens if we hold each accented position for just 4 frames?